I'm not self-made. I'm God-made. Welcome to the channel. So if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. This is the channel where we are busy tapping into God's divine supply. We are receiving unexpected income on this channel. People are praying the prayers and making the declarations that are posted on this channel, declaring that God is showing up in their life, raining down abundance, raining down favor, monies coming in from unexpected places, raises, new and better jobs, promotions, business income, business success, favor, gifts, cash deposits, bank deposits, unexpected wealth showing up. And we on this channel, we are progressing. We are getting better and better. We're improving. We're growing. We're growing in our faith for abundance. We're stepping into who we are, remembering that we are children of God. And we have the power to get wealth right here and right now. We state exactly what it is that we want, exactly what it is we want to be, what we want to do, what we want to have. And we know for certain that we are getting just that. And we cannot receive anything other than what we state, what we command as wealth commanders on this channel. We know that we are getting just that. Okay? So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested into, you want to tap into divine supply, you want to tap into an abundant life, you want to tap into prosperity, health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and plenty good money, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel and align yourself with this channel and go on this journey to abundance with us. Okay? So today's video is just a story that I want to share for encouragement. And so I'll get right into it. So me and my family, we went to a water park in my city a couple days ago. And we had made plans to rent a cabana, and, be prepared to rent a cabana and and then show up, with the cabana. The cabana would be reserved, and then we would be able to, enjoy ourselves from that cabana, and have water service or be able to have our food there, So that was the original plan. So that didn't happen. The cabanas got sold out. Then we had planned to show up early, right? Because the water park opened at 10:30. But we planned to get up early, get out the house and be there and show up, when the park opened so we could get a good spot, right? Because we were going to go from a reserved spot with the cabana to not a reserved spot, but get there early and stake our claim, right? Right. Well, that didn't pan out because I had overslept. Yes, I woke up early that day, did my normal routine, but then I went back to sleep. And I went back into a deep sleep. And so then, we kind of got a late start, got out the house, was hungry, stopped and got some food for myself, for my children. And so by the time we get to the water park, it's noon. It's 12 o'clock. So it's an hour and a half. The day has been going, and the water park is packed, as you can expect. On a Sunday, it's going to be packed. It's hot outside, so it's packed. So we get there. We're looking for a spot, to put our stuff down, under a shade, all that. Of course, it's pretty much already packed, and all the good spots are pretty much taken. So as you can imagine, frustration is starting to set in. At that point, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to get me a locker because we're just going to lock our stuff up, put our stuff in a locker, and just get on with our business and have a good time. Well, get a locker, and somebody done fell out in front of the locker that I just reserved. And the EMS is there. They're working on this person. So that's another delay. Okay, so I couldn't get in my locker. So then we go They tell us, well, this locker area is closed. They go to another locker. And we go to the other locker, we trying to reserve a bigger locker with more space. The bigger lockers done sold out. So, as you can imagine, this thoughts are just going in your mind. Oh, if I just got up early, if I just got up earlier, oh, I'm mad at the other person because they were supposed to reserve the cabana. They didn't get around to reserving the cabana. I told them the cabana was available when it was available, and if they would have just did it right when I told them, so all these different mind, and you've probably been in this situation before when you travel, you try to go somewhere, you made plans to do things, in a more excellent manner. You made plans to try to get there early, and for whatever reason, it just didn't pan out like that. So I'm getting to the point of my story. So all the seating was pretty much had been taken. All the seating had pretty much been taken. But right near the area where we wanted to go for the kids to play and swim in the water, there was one table left that we was able to stake our claim. And the table actually was under a tree. So it was actually shaded. It was actually a shaded area. And it was actually right down from, it was right near the kids area. And so we staked our claim. Somebody tried to come and, sit at the table. But then we went back and said, hey, this is our stuff. Hey, we don't have that big of a party. We can share it with y'all. But they said, no, we'll just move. We'll just find another place. So they moved, they left, and we had this table that after finding no space, being late, not making the reservation, and the table actually, the area where we were actually turned out to be perfect, and we actually turned out to be shaded. And, when we were walking around looking for, like what are those called? The lawn chairs or whatever, where you lay out. I just said a silent prayer. Yes, I just said a silent prayer to myself. Like, Lord, you got to help us. You got to work this thing out. I know we late, and I know the park is packed, and it's seemingly all spots are taken. We didn't reserve a cabana. We didn't do what we needed to do. But I just said a silent prayer. Like, Lord, you got to help us out. And so we had the table that ended up being at a perfect spot for us, under the shade, not in the sun. And so I knew that was God. I knew that was God. And I said, wow, this is something. And so I said, well, what was that? What was that when you may be in a situation that you feel like there is delay? You feel like you arrived late to the party. You feel like you have missed your opportunity. But then God shows you that he has prepared just a place for you. Hundreds, if not thousands of people are already there. But seemingly, this place has not been taken. Seemingly, this spot that's perfect for you, just right for you, is opened, available just for you. What do we call that? What is that? Well, that would be called favor, right? Yes. You consider that to be called divine reservation, grace-filled reversal, right? Situation you thought was going to go awry, frustration sitting in, you starting to feel hopeless. Maybe in those situations, you have people, you'd be yelling at the other person. You'd be blaming the other person. You'd be saying, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Or maybe you'd be blaming yourself. Or, it's my fault. I overslept. I don't know what. I just don't know what got into me. I was just tired. I just overslept, and you'd be going through in your mind blaming yourself. Or you could let all that frustration go. You could let all that blame go. Stop blaming the other person. Stop blaming yourself. And you could just call on to God and say, God, just help us. We done got in this situation. We didn't maybe do what we needed to do. but we're here now. And God shows that he has a place for you. He had a place for you regardless. So let's look at some biblical scriptures that speak to this truth. Matthew 20:16 says, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. This specific moment speaks to reversed order through divine favor. So though you arrived late, or though we arrived late, right? Seemingly disqualified, God had preserved a place just for us, right? And so that's what that means when the first shall be last and the last shall be first. When you feel like you in last place, right? You feel like you lost. You feel like you got left behind. You feel like you got shut out, right? Maybe somebody remembers first place, second place, third place, but nobody remembers last place, right? Nobody's looking at the person that got last in the race, you know? The last person is completely forgotten. The last person is not even recognized. But the Bible says that the last shall be first. How can the last be first? Divine favor. God moves you to the front of the line. You may be in the back of the line right now, right? You may be at the very back. Everybody's running ahead of you. Everybody's seemingly getting theirs and you're not getting yours. But the Bible said that the last shall be first. That means that God has already prepared a place for you. That's how you're going to go from last to first. The place is already prepared, while hundreds of millions of people are already there, already showed up. But there's a spot. They can't get that spot. They can't claim that spot. They can't claim that place because it's already prepared just for you. What does the Bible say in Psalm 23:5? He prepares a table before me, right? Literally and spiritually, this was our table that the Lord had prepared for us. It was already assigned in grace, right? Even when others tried to sit in it and we tried to share it, hey, share our table with us. We can share. But they said, for whatever reason, oh no, we'll go on. So you got to believe God. Hey, even if somebody show up and I'm because I'm a generous person, I say, hey, I'll share this with you. I believe God. They're going to be like, no, we'll go on. We'll move on. Well, let them move on, and I'll enjoy my place that the Lord has prepared for me. Right? And so it's also a nod to spiritual authority and rightful inheritance. When the Lord prepares the table for you, it's your rightful inheritance, right? And that's why we have to what? We have to believe God. Believe God, because if we're stuck in this moment of frustration, I'm blaming you, blaming myself, and I don't never put my position in a place to say, Father, work this thing out. The Lord already said, I got the table for you, but you got to open yourself to understanding that the table has already been prepared. Stop your moaning and groaning. Stop your bickering and complaining. Stop your rolling over and stressing out about it. Stop all of that. Stop all of that. Stop all of that. So what? Change your mind. Change your perspective. Stop thinking you done showed up too late. Stop thinking it's too late. Stop thinking you're too old. You're too this. You're too black. You did that. You're too whatever the world want to tell you. You're too whatever. Stop agreeing with those lies. And start believing, God, I know that you got a table prepared for me. It's my inheritance. I don't care if hundreds of thousands of people have showed up before me. There's a place that God prepares for me, spiritually and literally. The Bible says in Isaiah 65:24, before they call, I will answer. While they are still speaking, I will hear. The silent prayer that I made, I didn't have to open up my mouth. I didn't have to beg God, Lord, please, 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 God. Oh, God, just help us, God. I didn't have to beg. I said a silent prayer. I connected my spirit with God's spirit because he's always in touch and in tune. We are always connected. And so all I have to do is reach out by my thought. He said, before they call, will I answer? So God is just waiting on you. He's just waiting on you. And it's real-time manifestation. Come on, somebody. How would you like for God to show up before you can even finish saying your prayer? Come on. Real-time manifestation. That's the kind of God we serve. The Bible says in Romans 8:25, and we know that all things work together for good. So from delay to confusion to favor in order. From delay to confusion to favor in order. God flips the script right in your favor. That's what he does. He flips the script right in your favor. Okay? So I hope that you are encouraged by that real life story of God preparing a place, preparing a table for us literally and spiritually. And just think about how you can apply that to your life, in your circumstances, in your situations right now. Whatever it is, however you're feeling behind, however you're feeling frustrated, however you're feeling hopeless, just begin to understand that the Lord has prepared a table for you. The Lord has prepared a place for you, and it's perfect for you. And so just begin to receive it right now. So I want you to leave me a comment. Let me know how you like this video. If it's been a blessing to you. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Stay rich and stay royal. And I'll catch you in the next video.